Okay, this might seem a little weird. So we're talking about the who. Who are your members? The last piece of this, and in a lot of ways, the biggest piece is who are you and what do you want? And just a disclaimer here, I am not a coach. I have no formal training in this area. But I've been around the block and worked with enough coaches and mentors and teachers to know that self-reflection is key to a successful business and especially a community where all of your deepest insecurities will be triggered. Here's the danger of not understanding who you are and what you want when you build a community. And I have experienced these for myself. The first is, if you don't know what you want, you will likely seek out a fancy guide to tell you what to do and inadvertently what to want. I have done this, and you will quickly end up running a community that is not yours, that is not what you want, but somebody else's. Without a strong reason and understanding why you are launching this community, it will also never launch. You will not, there's too much resistance in the world. So you have to be really clear, and it's okay if this changes over time. It's supposed to change, but you have to get it. You have to have some understanding of it going into this process. And finally, without that strong vision and understanding of who you are and what you want, entrepreneurs I've found are especially prone to pursuing every new and brilliant and shiny idea that pops into your mind. Mortis is like smiling and laughing. We've worked together. I know how this goes. You'll try to do too much at one time, and you'll end up creating a really complex community experience that's frazzled and that no one, including yourself, understands. Okay, so this piece is really important. So here's some prompts for self-reflection. And again, this will be included in the template that you'll have access to in a second. Can I get a brave volunteer and we can role play a little bit of this? Francisco, I saw you put your hand up.
Yes.
Awesome.
I
Thanks
don't
for
like I don't
volunteering.
like silence. So no, just kidding. Makes me nervous. Just kidding. Just kidding. Since I know you, I've worked with you and play
Oh, you
along.
know, I love to just embrace that silent container. I'll hold it there for as long as we need to. Okay, awesome. We might not make it through all of these, but
Sure.
Francisco, what would building your community, what would it do for you? How would it change the way life looks today?
Well, I have just so you know, I'm a management consultant. I've worked with chambers of commerce. I think there's a gap in the chamber world and association world, and it would, as a teacher, building this would allow me to help others by providing opportunities and like a sandbox for people to gain competencies and do well within their businesses. I have a heart for small business owners, so that's what I would like to do.
Hmm. And why is that important to you, helping others in
Yeah,
that
I think
capacity?
as you know, looking forward to retirement in maybe a few years here. I think this would be a very natural opportunity to continue doing the teaching that I love and networking and getting people together. So, and doing that online would allow me to stay here closer to my family. I have two young
Mm.
kids, a 10 and a 6-year-old, so I don't have to get on the plane and jet over across the world. I can do it from home.
Oh, I love that. I love that for you. We want you to stay close to your family and friends without having to jet off everywhere.
Mhm.
So you'll notice one thing that Francisco and I did there, he started with, well, like, I love the impact that this would have on other people, which is amazing and valid and all true. And I pushed just a little deeper with that second question. So, and why is that important? Like, what does that mean for you? And that's when we got to the heart of it, which was, well, I have my family and I don't want to have to travel all the time. And so if I can do it this way, like my life improves a lot. And if I was really pushy, Francisco, I'd say, well, like why is it important for you to stay close by to your family? And say, well, like that connection's super important to me. And as I go on later in life, like I want to be close to my family and prioritize. So you see how this can unfold, but don't be afraid to, anytime you want to dig a little deeper for yourself, Just keep asking why. There's the 5 whys in business, and that'll help. If you ask why 5 times, you'll eventually get to the root of what it is. So you can use that for any of these questions, really. Thank you, Francisco. Round of
Welcome.
applause, everybody.